So let's say you want to get your chord 4 in a particular song, which is this in the key of C sharp. Okay. So what are some passing chord, some fills that you can use to approach this chord 4? That's exactly what this video is going to be about. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you some creative ideas of how you can approach the chord 4 in worship songs. So let's get started. Everything I'm going to be teaching you in this video is not a rule. They are just guidelines. So the general idea behind all these passing chord stuffs and fills and the likes is all about creativity and how you can combine notes to make it sound pleasing to the ear. Okay. So the first beautiful way you can use when approaching your chord 4 is by using the third chord of the scale. Okay. So in the key of C sharp, this is the third chord, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you can use the third chord to get to the 4 like this. 3, 4. Okay. 3, 4. Okay. So this can work in songs like, let's say, for example, there's a friend in Jesus by Kirk Franklin, something like this. You don't have to worry, okay? And don't you be ashamed. Joy comes in the morning. You see that? 3, 4. Okay. So we're using the third chord to get to the 4. Joy comes in the morning. Okay. And let's say another worship song we can use. Let's say you are wonderful. You are worthy, O Lord. You are wonderful. You are worthy. You see that? From 1, instead of going to the 4, we went you are, that is the 3. You are. Okay. So this is something you want to utilize in a worship songs also. It's very beautiful and it can make you sound different and much more professional. Another very popular way in most worship songs that they use to get to the 4th chord is using what we call the 5-1-4 passing chord progression. Okay. So it sounds something like this in the key of C sharp. 5, 1, 4. Okay. Again. 5, 1, 4. Okay. So let me show you how this 5-1-4 passing chord progression sounds in some examples of worship songs, and then I'm going to break it down for you in detail. So let's see how this sounds in this song as long as I am breathing. So in the key of C sharp, as long as I am breathing. Yes, it's I will always. Okay, you see that? 5, 1, 4. Okay, 5, 1, 4. Okay, worship you. Also, here's how it sounds in the song You Are God by Nathaniel Bassey. So, you are God from beginning to the end. You see that? From beginning to the end. 5, 1, 4. Okay? There is no place for argument. You are God all by yourself. So the key part we emphasized was from beginning to the end. Okay, that is 5, 1, 4. Okay. Also in the aim, because he lives, because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives. You see that? So you can see it's very beautiful and it's something you want to implement when approaching your 4. So let me break it down for you in detail so that you get the concept. So remember, we're using the 5 chord in the key of C sharp. The 5 chord is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is this. The 4th chord is this in C sharp, and the 4th chord is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you can voice each of these chords whichever way you want. Okay. But the way I like voicing it personally, and I believe the best way to voice especially the fifth chord is like this. So instead of playing the fifth chord, which is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in a major format, in this context, okay, you are going to make it a minor chord by flattening the middle note of the chord by a semitone towards the left, which is this. So instead of this is major, we are making it minor. So this note, we are flattening it. Okay. So this is the way you want to play the 5, because it's going to be that's 5, 1, 4. Okay. Actually, this 5, 1, 4 progression is also in a way a variation of the 2, 5, 1 popular progression used in gospel style of music. But I don't want to go into that. Let's just keep things straightforward. Okay. Okay. You can voice the chords, each of these chords, whichever way you want. But I like play my 5 like this. See this? This is the way I like voicing my 5th chord. This is how I like play my 5 instead of the basic way, which is this, or let's say in a minor form, like this. I like voicing it like this. So in simple terms, I'm just playing my 1, second inversion of my 1 chord on my right hand, which is this. This is my 1, first inversion, second inversion. I'm playing the second inversion of my first chord on my right hand all over the 5th chord in a minor form, okay? That's the minor 7th of the 5th chord on my left hand. Okay, so it's not compulsory you voice it like this, but this is the way I like doing it. But whenever I want to play the 5, I also add a melody on my right hand, which is this. Okay, 5. See that? It just gives it more flavor. So this is the melody. Do, re, mi. But whenever you want to approach this mi, you can grace it. You see that? Or you can say 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then you go to the 1. So this is where I like voicing my 1, which is the usual way. Okay. Then you play your 4. So the next way you can use to approach your 4th chord is by using the 5th chord to get to the 4. Most often, this will work best in situations where you are descending on the piano. Okay. So what I mean by descending is maybe you're moving from the right side of the piano to the left side of the piano. You can use the 5th chord to get to the 4. An example of a song that demonstrates this is I Give Myself Away by William McDowell. So it goes something like this. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. See that? I give myself away. Now we're going to the 4 when I pray. So you can use me. See that? We play the 5. So you can use me before we get to the 4. Instead of just from the 6. So you can use me. Instead of just going to the 4, we play. So you can use me. Okay. Another popular example of a worship song that uses this is What a Beautiful Name. What a beautiful name it is. 1. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. 6, 5, 4. You see that? Instead of just what a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. They went from 6. What a beautiful name it is. 6. The name 5 of Jesus. 4. So the next beautiful feel you can use when approaching your chord 4 is this. Watch this. See that? Let me use this. You see that? This is very beautiful when we put it into context. So let's see how this sounds in some worship songs. Let's say Made a Way by Travis Green. You made a way. You see that? You made a that? That's very beautiful. Also, for example, look at it in this song, Fill Me Up by Tasha Cobbs. Fill me up, Lord. Fill me up, Lord. Fill me up, Lord. Fill me. Let's see how this works in the song At the Center of It All by Iben, the popular Nigerian singer. You were bigger, bigger than the bigger. You were stronger, stronger than the strongest. You were higher, higher than the... You see that? Better than the greatest. Okay, so the part I want to emphasize is you are bigger, bigger than the biggest. You're stronger, stronger than the strongest. Higher than the... You see that? Greater than the greatest. Bigger than the biggest. Stronger than the strong. So the suffer notes of this field is just simply re mi re do la. Okay, re mi re do la, re mi re do la. Okay, or you can say 2 3 2 1 6 if you are comfortable with numbers. 2 3 2 1 6. But mind you, you can, to make it sound much more beautiful, you can grace it like this. You see, you have to be fast. You see that? So another thing you need to note about this feel is that to make it sound much more beautiful, on the left hand, you can add the 7th chord, or let's say the 5th chord. Okay, but this is where I like voicing the 5th chord. That is the first inversion of the 5th chord on the left hand. So you just play this. Okay, you play the 5th. Okay. So the next way you can use to approach the chord 4 is by using simply the 3 6 2 5 4 turnaround progression. Okay, so a turnaround is just simply group of chords played together that most often lead you to another chord. So this group of chords are acting as a passing chord that lead you to a destination chord. So in this case, the 3, the 6, the 2, and the 5 are leading us to our 4. So here's how it sounds, something like this: 3 6 2 5 4. Okay, don't worry, when we put this turnaround progression in context, that is in a song, we're going to see how it's going to beautify the song. So let's pick a song. Let's say how excellent is your name, oh Lord. How excellent is your name, oh. Then when I play 3 6 2 5, how excellent, which now leads us to the 4. Okay, so 3 6 2 5. How excellent is your name, how excellent is your name, how excellent is your name. Here's it again. Oh, 3 6 2 5. How excellent, which leads us to the 4, which is this. Okay, so let me demonstrate the last example of song that use this, and then I break it down for you in detail. So let's pick the song Waymaker by Sinach. You are here, moving in a maze. 1, I worship you. Here's it. 3, I worship you. 6 2 5 1. Waymaker. You see what I played? My God, there is 3 6 2 5 1 4. Again, 3 6 2 5 4. Okay, I know it seems complicated, but it's actually not. It's very beautiful way of heading to the 4. Let me break it down in detail. Remember, this is your third chord, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is your sixth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in C sharp. This is your second chord, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2. Here's your fifth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and your fourth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so remember, there is no rule to how you can voice these chords. It's just a personal choice and it depends on what sounds good to your ear. However, I like to voice my 3 like this. This is how I play my 3. I'm playing with third chord on the left hand in power chord form. That is, you can see, that's the third degree of the scale, the first and the third. So, while on my right hand, I'm playing the chord 1. This is where I like play my 1. So it's a personal choice. So I combine both together to create a fat chord for my 3. So this is how I play my 3. Then I go to my 6, which is this. So you can see, this is my 6. Then 2. This is how I like play my 2. The 2 on my left hand and the 4 on my right hand. Okay, the 5. This is how I like play my 5 in a minor form. Okay, so this is the 5 in a minor form. So you can see on my left hand, this is the 5th chord I'm playing, which is this. But I made it a minor chord and I add the 7th. Okay, so it's not a must to voice it like this, but this is my personal choice. While on my right hand, I play my 1 like this. That's the second inversion of my 1 chord, like this. So I play it together with my 5. So it's just up to you. Just play the chord voicing that best suits you. So again, 3, 6, 2, 5, which now lead you to the 4. Okay, it's also very important to note that this particular 3, 6, 2, minor 5 to the 4. So most time you play each of these chords directly on the 4 beats that precedes your chord 4. Okay, so maybe the rhythm of the song is something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you play 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it leads you to the 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I worship you. 3, I worship you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Waymaker. Okay, all right. So that's going to be all for the video. If you found value, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video.